Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. I just get so caught up in the rigors of nature exploring that I don't notice a lot of what's going on around me other than the sights and sounds of wilderness. But I guess today I could take the time to educate you a bit about this wonderful thing I like to call ecology. Even everything around me is ecology. This tree I'm standing on, for example, will soon become what was known as detritus, all of the dead and non-living material found in an ecosystem. And that down there is what is responsible for the dirt. That's called lichen. I guess you could liken it to a garbage man. Because it's taken out the trash of this ecosystem, breaking down its organic molecules, and turning it into the soil that becomes fertile and makes trees sprout from it. These are known as decomposers. Things such as lichens, mosses, and fungi, like this shelf fungi I've just located, all help to break down the different dead areas of an ecosystem. Here's my nature wildlife cadet.
Hi, my name's Jack. How's it going?
Talk to the accent! Talk! Alright.
My name's Jack. We're here to show you the swamp biome.
Here we can see one of the major producers of the swamp biome, algae. These little green things are responsible for producing much of the oxygen that is let into the air. It's known as a parasitic relationship. The
Suck on my blood.
The mosquito benefits from Jack's here's life forces, but Jack gains nothing in benefit except for an itchy, scratchy sore and a slight loss of his blood.
I might get HIV too.
You don't get HIV from mosquitoes because they only take your blood. You dumb. Hello again. Let me introduce you to Kate. Kate here can't talk because she's not allowed to because she doesn't know how to do an Aussie accent. Well, that's just a punishment. And because of that, we've cut her tongue out. She won't be able to speak for the rest of her days. On that note, let's go to another topic of our environmental exploration. This here is a producer. In many ways, producers form what could be considered the bottom level of the ecosystem, as they're the primary producers of energy, mainly in the form of glucose sugars. Plants uptake nutrients from the ground and from the air in the form of carbon dioxide. They then carry out photosynthesis, using light to split the hydrogens in water, and in combination with the carbon dioxide from the air to produce glucose molecules, which they then store in their leafy plants and fruits. Producers can be very small, but they can also be very large, such as this enormous tree right here. This particular tree seems to have gained some sort of illness because of the tumorous growths all over its leaves, which is why I'm going to do it a favor and remove the afflicted buds with That's how we get it done, ladies and gentlemen. That there's an emerald ash borer. These nasty destroyed all of our indigenous ash borer trees and left nothing in their wake except for broken dreams and heartache. But it sure is pretty to look at, ain't it? This could be considered a consumer because it consumes wood. Any animal that consumes a producer is considered to be a consumer, of course. Crikey! Look at that! There's a howling chimpanzee. These babies aren't native to Michigan, but they were brought here long ago by ships from foreign countries like Africa. They're what's known as an invasive species because they forced out all of the native Michigan monkeys. These babies could be considered primary consumers because they mostly feed on nuts and branches, things produced by primary producers. The energy from the ground, from dead things like trees and other monkeys, is being compounded into the soil by decomposers, which is then taken up by the trees and goes into the monkeys. Speaking of energy conversions, that reminds me of one of my favorite rules of ecology. Did you know that as energy travels up each level of consumers, the energy accessible to each layer is 10 times less than the layer below it? So that means if there were 100,000 kilocalories of energy available to this here tree, and there's only 10,000 kilocalories of energy per monkey available to that population group. This is a really cool rule because it really shows you just how much energy is available within a population. The more you know, kids. Just keep paying attention, and one day you might be able to turn into a super cool nature someone like me.
Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Is it dead?
He almost got me.
Crikey! Crikey! Sorry! Crikey! Crikey! It's a gator! Oh! Look at that nasty croc!
This guy's a top level predator. He's at the very top of the food chain, which means if he wants to compete for food, he can't focus on small fry like this ant mound right here. He has to go after the big ones, like the monkeys we just saw, and humans, which means we're nothing but a tasty snack to this big guy.
That thing's dangerous. Be careful!
You don't want to get him angry, which is why I always
Stay back! Stay back, it's dangerous.
I'm a trained crocodile professional, lad. And what you have
Steve,
to
you
do
could die!
is
Steve,
you
you
have
could
to
die!
poke him in the eye socket with a stick. And when you do that, the crocodile really lets you be friendly. So friendly, in fact, they can put your hand in his Steve! I can't get it off! I can't get it off! Help me!
I can't get it off!
Help me!
Oh my god!
Oh! At least I died doing what I loved. Explaining the relationships between different populations of an ecological environment biome.
Alright, as you can see, kids, we've made it to safety. That's it for today. But this may be our last episode if we lose funding from the network. But that's most likely to happen because Steve's dead. So that's a wrap. Good to see you. My name's Jack. I'm signing off. So we just went to Luke's house. And the conditions are not ideal. There are not people home.
Luke's
and
dad yelled at us.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Hold on, Jack. I need to lower this bike.
Let's go. Eric, are you alright?
This is just the life of an outdoor explorer.
Eric, are you okay? Tell him what happened, Eric.
I had a little tumble on the old exploration mobile. Luckily, the force missed my gonads and mostly hit the inside of my thigh. One key of exploration. Okay.
Watch this. Watch him, Master Pro, level 80 adept Bikomancer.
This is my apprentice at work. This kid knows what's good.
There you go. It's fixed.
Oh, I feel that rubber all on my skin.
All right.
Oh, Jesus!
Get a close in on that.
What happened, mate?
Having PTSD of my days in Vietnam. You just found this mushroom. Some mushrooms are good to eat, like this one, but others you can't eat because they give you the runs and hallucinations. Barbed wire vine. Now this is an indigenous plant from Michigan and grows in some trees. Its main purpose is to siphon the life away from other things around it. This particular barbed wire vine is quite old and could probably carry tetanus or some other nasty disease. which is why I'm gonna shove it into my open wound. Oh, nuts. It was just a ploy. I almost forgot. Monkeys aren't even indigenous to Michigan.